Okay, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to start off the week with an update for Unimine Pool. Not really so much an update, but a deposit, a fresh deposit that we're gonna put in. 5K. We already have a 10K deposit. Platform has been working really well. It's been smooth and steady. They've been doing a bunch of Zooms throughout the course of the week. I think they do an average of two to three a week with the CEO and the CMO. They do overviews and AMA, so they're communicating quite a bit. But yeah, the platform's been doing well. We've been averaging around, from a passive perspective, 0.85, maybe a little bit over 0.85% a day, 7 days a week. So definitely, super competitive, but still quite sustainable, right? Because you want to, this is not one of those platforms that's paying out 3, 4, 5% a day. Nothing wrong with those platforms, but those tend to, have a short shelf life. This one here has been paying out what I believe to be sustainable numbers. So hopefully we have a long run with this. But in any case, let's go ahead and make this deposit. Of course, I want to start off by saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. If you decide to jump into anything in the crypto space or the passive income space, just know that there's risk involved. So if you're going to get in, do your own research and due diligence. And of course, if you're okay with risk and you want to deposit, make sure you're only putting in funds you can afford to lose, guys. Okay, risk capital only. Follow me on Telegram as well. If you haven't yet, I'll leave a link for that. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So that being said, let me see here. Again, from a passive perspective, they have a little financial calculator here that you can play around with. But again, from a passive perspective, pretty easy. You sign up. Again, I'll leave a link down below. Choose your plan. I'm going to show you how to do that. Make a deposit, and you're basically off to the races. You're going to earn every 24 hours, 7 days a week. And from an active perspective, if you want to share this with people and you want to build out the network, let me see here. Let me see if they have something here on the website. Yeah, they have the comp plan here. So again, pretty straightforward. Cut and dry. Um, there's a unit level, right? You can see here you start off at 5%, right? At the rank of R1. You start off at 5% on your first level, 3% on your second level, and then you have to qualify to open up the next couple of levels, right? So if you wanna hit the rank of R2, which would enable you to not only earn a little bit more on levels 1 and 2, but it'll open up your level 3. Then you need a team turnover of 5,000. Once you hit team turnover of 20,000 or a team volume of 20,000, you get promoted to R3, get a nice little bump on levels 1, 2, and 3, but then you open up level 4. So as you can see here, you'll open up, another level of pay depending, obviously if you're building out the network and you have leadership and you have people on your team that are building as well, you'll have people on your levels 4, 5, 6, what have you. So you open that up and then you get a little bump on, your levels 1, 2, 3, so forth and so on. So again, nothing too crazy. As you can see here, the numbers aren't too crazy. It's not paying out a crazy amount. They're not throwing the kitchen sink at the comp plan, which is good, right? I mean, they're being a little bit conservative because I think their main focus here is to run for a long time, and we like that. We like platforms that run for a long time. But you can see here as if you want to open up the deeper levels and you want to increase the percentage, you do need volume. So you might look at this right here. Let's say, for example, R8. You might say, well, that looks like a lot. 6.7% on your first level, 4.5% on your second level, 3.5% on your third level, 2.1%, 1.9, 1.7. It pays all the way down 9 levels. That's a lot. But yeah, in order to open it on all those 9 levels, you need to do 1 million of turnover, 1 million of volume. So yeah, there's a little bit, bigger percentage here, but you're also doing much more volume. So it's all relative. So anyway, that's pretty much, the gist of the comp plan. Yes, there's a couple of other bonuses that you can earn. There's a direct referral bonus um right here. This is only on your first level. So again, the bonus is on the volume on your first level. So for example, if you do 5,000 of volume on your first level, right? People that you personally brought in, you get a $50 bonus. It's one time. If you do 10,000, 100, if you 25,000 of volume on your first level, you get a one-time $500 bonus, 50,000 of volume, 1,000, et cetera, et cetera. So there's that bonus as well. So again, nothing, like I said, nothing too crazy on the comp plan. But the passive side has been doing it's been doing well. So you can see here we've been averaging 0.8541%. Uh, yeah, you can see here that's what it's been averaging for the last week or so, right? It does fluctuate, it does go up and down. Sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes it's a little bit more, but as you can see here, it's been pretty consistent. It's been averaging 0.85% over the last several days. So yeah, let's come in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to mining packages, right? So you can see here we have a mining package already that we've earned about 25% of it, right? 10,000. We've earned 2,500 from it passively. It gives the daily estimate. But look, we have 696 days left on this. So this is going to continue to earn on average. If you work out the math, you're earning about three times what you put in for the year, right at the end of the year, passively. Of course, if it runs for 2 years, like it says here that the package will run for 2 years, then you'll end up making way more than that, right? But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Anyway, we'll do is we'll click on buy mining packages. Okay, so you can see here the mining package runs for 2 years. Here we're going to go ahead and put in 5,000. Package name, this is optional if you want to name it whatever. Package one, package two, package three, what have you. You could. I'll leave that blank. But you can see here that gives you a little bit of a rundown here of what it's going to look like, right? So you put in this case, I'm going to put in 5,000. Um, if it continues to pay like it's paying, then as you can see, it'll pay out 12 passively. It'll pay out 1,200 plus for the month, 15,500 for the year, and then a 2 year estimate would be 31K on that 5K. So we'll make six, assuming it runs for 2 years. Again, we don't know, right? There's platforms that run a year, 2 years, 3 years. Some platforms don't. We'll have to wait and see. But again, if it runs for 2 years, right, because this package pays out for 2 years, we'll make 6x on what we're putting in. Now, the cool thing is we don't need it to run for 2 years for us to break even. If it averages 1,200, what is that, 4 months or 120 days? We'll break even passively. This is not counting referrals or bonuses. Uh, it'll take 4 months, right, or 120 days. Is that right? Am I doing the math right? Yeah, 120 days for us to make our money back. And then after that, it's just gravy. It's just icing on it. It's just pure profit. So again, you're not gonna, like I said, you're not gonna make the, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5% a day with this. This is just slow and not slow and steady. I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually mean that in a good way. That hopefully just this is something that's going to be in our docket for quite a while. So anyway, here you can choose direct payment or wallet balance. Now again, I don't have enough in my wallet balance for the 5,000, but if you're earning here and you want to, compound, you can. But just using your wallet balance, we're going to leave it on direct payment, and then here we're going to purchase package. And then here we're going to just choose, let's see here. So you have BNB, Bitcoin, Ethereum, TRX, Solana. We're going to do USDT on Binance Smart Chain. They give you an option. They give you TRC20, ERC20, BEP20, and they also give you USDT on the TON network. We're going to do BEP20. And then here it just gives us the address. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so we'll go here. Let's copy the wallet address. Don't mind me if I'm not talking. I'm just doing this transaction here. Uh, Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check something. Okay. And it's 5,000.85014452. Let me just double check that. 5,000.85014452. All right, we're good. Continue, confirm. And that's pretty much it. Now we have to wait for this to obviously go through the necessary confirmations. But that's pretty much about it. I mean, it's, pretty cut and dry. Nothing too crazy, as you can see here. It says payment received. Please wait until the network confirms your payment. It usually takes anywhere from 15 to 60 minutes, so it could take up to an hour depending on, time of day, blockchain congestion, if there's network delays, et cetera, et cetera. You guys know the deal. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So again, we're going to scale this one up and we're going to continue to grow this one. You want something that's steady, paying, steady paying. Withdrawals have been super, uh, it's been super smooth. Check out this platform, Unimine. And again, they do quite a few Zooms throughout the course of the week. So plug into their Telegram, or I usually plug the link of their Zooms in my Telegram, so you can just follow me over there. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up or post it underneath this video. I'll do my best to answer it. But again, we'll give you more updates with this as we grow this account, and show you our journey with this. So that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Of course, follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. And with that being said, peace.